Jesus Christ.
Everyone committed suicide except for her.
Repent, and you will find.
What's going on, movie fans? Welcome back to JBuck Studios, your home for reviews, reactions, and ridiculousness. Anyways, though, this never happens for myself for JBuck Studios, but I was able to see a movie a little bit earlier, went to an early screening of the latest horror, kind of psychological horror film, The Lodge. During a family vacation, a father is forced to abruptly depart for work, leaving his two children in the care of his new girlfriend. Isolated and alone, a blizzard traps them inside as terrifying events begin to unfold. So is The Lodge going to be one of 2020's scariest, most frightening horror films? Let's find out. But before I get into my thoughts, let me know what you guys thought of The Lodge, I guess, if you got to see this one early too, or if you're very much looking forward to it this weekend. Now let's get into some of the good. So getting right into The Lodge, I had seen a trailer or actually read a synopsis for this film, and for some reason something about it jumped out at me. I was very excited for this film, and I will say that The Lodge is very much this mind trip of a movie. There's two different, we're going to break that mind trip terminology into two different things. We're going to go with the cinematography first, but the cinematography in this movie, the reason it's such a mind trip is because it's a very uneasy feeling of the different shots that they put into this film. It's very kind of enclosed hallways, doors, big scenery shots, and then also when characters are speaking, it's very close to their face, very kind of a little bit tilted above, and again, it's very up close and personal, and it felt like it was, again, giving this uneasy feeling throughout the movie. But there's also some creepy imagery that I won't jump into too much, but that very much causes this mind trip as well. But then getting into the story aspect of this film, you know, it follows this, I wouldn't say familiar story, but it's very much, you know, these people are at this cabin, they get snowed in, there's cabin fever and all of this stuff, but then it takes all of these different paths that I did not see coming, and it's very much, again, what's real, whose point of view is this coming from, is what we're seeing actually happening, and it all follows a path that I thought was well earned, you know, it was well crafted, and leads you to the end of the film kind of being like, whoa, I did not see that coming at all. I mean, it's very vague. I'm sorry I'm trying to be vague because I do not want to spoil this at all. Moving away from the story, jumping back to the cinematography, I mean, aside from, you know, these uneasy shots and whatnot, I thought that the wide shots were very gorgeous. I mean, showing this lodge, showing this icy, snowy lake, you know, the atmosphere, there's this weird building in the middle of nowhere. I thought that, again, they were able to capture this stuff in a beautiful, gorgeous kind of scenery and cinematography, but also making it creepy and weird, which I really appreciated in this horror, not even a horror, kind of a psychological thriller of sorts. And again, not even a horror film. Like I said, this is a horror film, so I was expecting jump scares and whatnot, but again, we're going a little bit more into the psychological thriller horror vibe, and I thought the scares, what they did in this movie is very much ramped things up into this intense kind of odd feeling, and again, uneasiness, actually unsettling. There's shots in this film that are very unsettling, and there's one specifically that I literally was watching it. I don't know if it was the combination of the sounds, the music, what I was seeing on the screen, but literally my hair was standing on end. So there's some scenes in this movie that are goddamn frightening. However, I did not think that The Lodge was perfect. I mean, again, kind of touching on those horror elements and those mind trip of a story, I think that there are some elements in this film that are not going to land with everyone. I'm just going to leave it at that. But then there's also aspects that are in this film that I think people are going to say are cheap or a copy or very much comparing it to a movie that has come out recently. I have not seen that movie. It's Hereditary. There's potentially similarities to Hereditary in this film. I've never seen it. I know that people are going to compare it to that, the guy next to me said that when I was talking to him after the film, so that might be a negative for some people. But then getting into some of the performances, Jaeden Martell and Lia McHugh, I believe, the two young girl in this story, again, children actors, I thought that they did a fine job, but some of the delivery and I guess emotion and looks and just portrayal at the beginning, middle, not so much the end, didn't entirely land. Again, it doesn't rip you out of the story, it doesn't ruin the movie for you, but I thought that they were on the lesser end compared to the other few people in this film. Overall, The Lodge is a psychological thriller horror movie of sorts that I thoroughly enjoyed and kept me guessing till the very end. With it featuring some gorgeous but yet unsettling cinematography, a mind trip of a story, and scares that I thought were very much earned, but with a few performances not entirely landing, and comparisons or similarities to other horror films, I mean, I would recommend checking out The Lodge. Again, we're early into 2020, but I think that this is one of those better horror films, a movie that I actually really kind of enjoyed, and I mean, I did not expect that ending at all. In closing, I'm going to give The Lodge 3.7 out of 5 family vacations. So what did you guys think of The Lodge? If you've already seen this film, or now you are very much excited to go check out this film, I want to know in the comments down below. Anyways though, as always, thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos up there or right over there. You know, brand new stuff on this channel every single week. I am planning on doing an ending explained poorly for this Lodge. Hopefully you get that out by Thursday, maybe Friday. Stay tuned for that. There's other ones. I just did a Cats ending explained with Trivial Theater. Very funny. Check that out. Follow all of my social media. Like this channel. Share this video out. And until next time, we'll see you later.